Have you ever wondered why sleep feels so fragile after 70? As if the night itself is working against you? Insomnia in later life is not just a nuisance. It robs you of energy, weakens your memory, and even puts your heart at greater risk. But here is the surprising truth. What you eat or drink in the hours before bedtime can make the difference between staring at the ceiling until dawn and drifting into peaceful rest. In this video, we are going to uncover 6 foods and drinks that researchers have connected to deeper, longer, and more refreshing sleep for older adults. These are not unproven folk tales. They are patterns that doctors and scientists have observed in people who manage to sleep well, even into their 80s. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which items to add to your evening routine, and just as importantly, how to use them in the right amount and at the right time. Stay with me until the final tip, because the 6th one is often overlooked, but can completely change the way your nights feel. Once you recognize these simple dietary changes, you will have the power to reclaim your nights, protect your health, and restore the independence that comes with real rest. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Tart cherry juice. One of the most powerful natural aids for sleep after 70 is not a pill, but a simple glass of tart cherry juice. Researchers have found that tart cherries are one of the rare natural sources of melatonin, the hormone your body produces to regulate sleep and wake cycles. When you drink about 1 cup of tart cherry juice in the evening, you are not just soothing your taste buds, you are giving your body an extra boost of the very substance. It needs to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Think about 2 men, George, age 74, and Albert, also 74. George began a habit of sipping tart cherry juice a little over an hour before bed. He noticed that the nights of tossing and turning grew shorter, and his mornings felt steadier. Albert, however, brushed off the idea, saying a small drink could never make a difference. He continued with restless nights, dragging himself through the day with heavy eyelids and a foggy mind. George's simple change gave him back the restful rhythm his body had been missing, while Albert remained caught in a cycle of fatigue. The science behind this is simple. Melatonin signals your brain that it is time to rest, while the antioxidants in tart cherries reduce inflammation that can interfere with deep sleep. Together, these effects improve not only the length of your sleep, but also its quality. Ask yourself, have your nights been filled with frequent awakenings, or do you often lie awake for long stretches before finally dozing off? If so, your body may be struggling to regulate melatonin naturally. The good news is that tart cherry juice is an easy fix. You do not need much, just 1 modest glass in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. Choose unsweetened juice if possible, because added sugar can work against your sleep. By making this part of your nightly routine, you may notice calmer nights and brighter mornings. So, pay attention to this simple natural option. It might be the key to unlocking rest you thought was gone for good. Number 2. Magnesium-rich foods. If you find yourself tossing and turning at night, one hidden reason might be a lack of magnesium in your diet. This mineral plays a critical role in calming the nervous system, relaxing your muscles, and supporting the release of GABA, a chemical messenger that helps quiet the brain and prepare it for sleep. Without enough magnesium, your body struggles to shut down fully, leaving you restless and unable to enter deep restorative sleep. Consider 2 men, Charles at 76 and Edward at 77. Charles made a habit to sprinkle pumpkin seeds on his salad, enjoy a small handful of almonds in the afternoon, and steam leafy greens like spinach for dinner. Over time, his nights became smoother, and he woke with a clearer mind. Edward, however, leaned heavily on processed foods with little nutritional value. He often woke up at 3 a.m. unable to fall back asleep, and his days felt weighed down by fatigue. While Charles's meals quietly fortified his body with magnesium, Edward's choices deprived him of the support his nervous system needed. The science shows that magnesium deficiency is common in older adults, and it can directly affect sleep quality. Magnesium helps regulate the body's stress response and lowers nighttime cortisol levels, both of which are essential for falling and staying asleep. Ask yourself, have you been waking up stiff, anxious, or unable to quiet your thoughts before bed. These may be signs your body is craving more magnesium. The good news is that magnesium can be replenished through simple dietary choices. Try adding 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds, a small handful of almonds, or a serving of dark leafy greens to your daily meals. Aim for consistency rather than excess, because balance matters more than mega doses. By nourishing your body with these foods, you give yourself a natural way to ease into restful sleep without depending solely on medications. The changes may feel small, but they can add up to steadier nights and brighter mornings. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 and below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, kiwi fruit. Another food that can make a surprising difference in your sleep after 70 is the humble kiwi fruit. It might seem unlikely that such a small fruit could help with such a big problem, but research has shown that eating 1 or 2 kiwis about an hour before bed can improve how quickly you fall asleep and how long you stay asleep. The reason is that kiwis are rich in serotonin, a chemical your body uses to regulate mood and sleep cycles. And they are also packed with antioxidants that protect your brain and body from the stress of aging. Picture 2 women, Linda at 72 and Patricia, also 72. Linda started adding a kiwi or 2 to her evening routine. She noticed that her nights became more predictable. Falling asleep came easier, and she stayed asleep without waking as often. Patricia, however, often skipped dinner or chose processed snacks before bed. She found herself lying awake, frustrated, staring at the clock and rising in the morning without energy. While Linda's choice supported her natural sleep chemistry, Patricia's habits left her body without the tools it needed to rest. The science is clear. Serotonin helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, and antioxidants reduce oxidative stress that can disturb brain function. Together, they make a powerful pair for calming the nervous system and supporting steady sleep. Ask yourself, do you often find it takes you more than 30 minutes to drift off? Or do you wake in the middle of the night, unable to return to sleep? These may be signs that your body could benefit from the gentle help of kiwi's natural compounds. The good news is that this is one of the simplest changes you can make. Wash and slice a kiwi, or simply cut it in half and scoop it with a spoon. Eat it about 60 minutes before bed, and let your body do the rest. The taste is refreshing, and the benefits can be profound. Number 4, warm dairy or alternatives. For many older adults, the comforting tradition of a warm glass of milk before bed is more than just nostalgia. It is a science-backed way to encourage better sleep. Dairy products contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin, 2 key chemicals that regulate sleep. Paired with calcium, which helps the brain process tryptophan more effectively, a small serving of milk or a lactose-free alternative can gently guide your body into rest. Think of 2 women, Helen at 81 and Dorothy at 80. Helen ended her evenings with a small cup of warm milk about 90 minutes before bedtime. She noticed her nights became calmer, and she no longer woke as frequently. Dorothy, however, dismissed the old-fashioned habit and often turned to late-night snacks of crackers or sweets. She found her nights restless and her mornings groggy, wondering why sleep never felt refreshing. Helen's simple choice provided her body with the building blocks for deeper rest, while Dorothy's routine left her struggling. The science behind this is straightforward. Tryptophan promotes the release of serotonin, which stabilizes mood, while melatonin helps set the rhythm of sleep. Calcium makes this process more efficient, strengthening the connection between diet and rest. Ask yourself, do you often find that your mind keeps racing when you lie down, or that your body resists the natural pull toward sleep? This may be your body signaling a need for more of these nutrients. The good news is you do not need a large portion. A small cup of warm milk, a serving of kaffir, or a fortified lactose-free alternative about an hour before bed can be enough. Choose lightly and avoid sweetened options that can spike blood sugar. By making this a regular ritual, you give your body a gentle, reliable cue that it is time to wind down. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 and below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, glycine through collagen or broth. Another powerful yet often overlooked aid for sleep after 70 is glycine, a simple amino acid that plays a remarkable role in lowering body temperature and calming the nervous system. When taken in the evening, glycine helps your body cool down slightly, which is one of the natural signals that tells the brain it is time to rest. Many older adults who struggle with staying asleep find that adding glycine to their routine leads to deeper, more refreshing nights. Imagine two men, Arthur at 79 and Raymond at 78. Arthur began stirring a spoonful of collagen powder into his evening tea and occasionally enjoyed a small cup of unsalted bone broth before bed. He noticed that he drifted off more easily and his nights were less interrupted. Raymond, however, never thought about amino acids and often went to bed right after a heavy dinner. He found himself overheating at night, waking up in a sweat and struggling to fall back asleep. While Arthur's simple choice helped his body transition smoothly into sleep, Raymond's pattern left him restless. The science shows that glycine supports the body's internal clock and improves sleep quality by both cooling the body and promoting healthy neurotransmitter function. Ask yourself, do you often feel too warm in bed or wake up in the middle of the night without knowing why? These may be signs that your body could benefit from more glycine in your diet. The good news is that glycine is easy to include. A serving of collagen peptide stirred into a warm drink or a cup of light broth in the evening can provide about 3 grams, which is the amount often studied for sleep benefits. It is gentle, safe for most people, and can become a soothing nightly ritual. By giving your body this small but meaningful support, you may find yourself not only falling asleep more easily, but also waking with a clearer mind and steadier energy. Number 6, herbal teas. For centuries, people have turned to warm herbal teas in the evening, and modern science now confirms that certain herbs can gently improve sleep. Chamomile, for instance, contains pagenan, a compound that binds to calming receptors in the brain. Lemon balm and passion flower have also been shown to quiet the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and make it easier to drift off. For seniors who struggle with insomnia, these teas provide a natural and comforting way to prepare both body and mind for rest. Picture 2 women, Ruth at 70 and Gloria at 71. Ruth made it a nightly habit to steep a cup of chamomile tea about half an hour before bed. She found that her evenings felt calmer, her worries faded, and she slept more soundly. Gloria, however, often reached for caffeinated tea late at night, without realizing how much it was interfering with her sleep. She lay awake long after turning out the light, her thoughts racing. Ruth's simple choice gave her a steady cue for rest, while Gloria's habit worked against her body's natural rhythms. The science is simple. These herbs promote relaxation, lower stress hormones, and make it easier to transition into deep sleep. Ask yourself, do you often lie in bed with your mind racing or feel tense even when you are tired? These are signals that your body may need help winding down. The good news is that herbal teas are easy to prepare and safe for most older adults. Brew a caffeine-free option, such as chamomile, lemon balm, or passion flower about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Drink it slowly, allowing both the warmth and the aroma to signal to your brain that it is time to rest. Always check with your doctor if you're on medications such as blood thinners or sedatives, since herbs can sometimes interact. By making this a nightly ritual, you may find your body easing naturally into rest with fewer awakenings and a calmer mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 and below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 6 foods and drinks, take a moment to think about how they might fit into your own evenings. Tart cherry juice, kiwi, magnesium-rich foods, warm dairy or alternatives, glycine from collagen or broth, and calming herbal teas each bring their own unique way of supporting sleep after. 70. The important thing to remember is that insomnia is not just an unavoidable part of aging. In many cases, it is your body's way of signaling that it needs better support through nutrition and daily habits. The good news is that every one of these changes is small, simple, and within your control. Ask yourself, have your nights become unpredictable, leaving you tired in the morning and worried about your health? Or have you noticed that certain foods or drinks either help or hurt your rest? These questions matter because quality sleep protects your memory, strengthens your heart, supports your immune system, and gives you the energy to stay independent. By choosing the right foods and drinks, you're not only reclaiming your nights, but also protecting your future. Start with one change tonight. Maybe it is a kiwi before bed, a handful of pumpkin seeds with dinner, or a soothing cup of chamomile tea. Give your body a chance to show you how powerful these small choices can be. Over time, these habits stack together, restoring the kind of sleep that lets you wake feeling strong, clear, and ready to live fully. Remember, your independence and dignity are worth protecting, and restful sleep is one of the best gifts you can give yourself at this stage of life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.